Well, we have my dog joining me for this video. Dogs. I feel like I've grown as a learner throughout the year, or throughout the course, that I'm not afraid to ask questions when I don't understand something. And that's been a really big challenge for me throughout all of my education because I've always been afraid that if I ask for help, the teacher or students that might overhear think I'm stupid or just be like, I can't believe she didn't understand that. I understood that. And I've always been scared of that. But going through your class made me not afraid to ask those questions because I realized I wasn't the only person. Um, the most important thing generated in discussions was, I guess, just analysis. I've never really been able to analyze because I just never really cared enough and was never able to look far enough into something to understand it at a depth that other kids, during a discussion did. Go away. And during those discussions, it made me realize that I really didn't understand what was going on in some of the stuff and that I really needed to just open my eyes and start, looking deeper than beyond the words. Because, not everything is just black and white and laid out for you. And group discussions really made me realize that and actually made me want to learn that. And I feel like that was one of the big things throughout the year. That was a big concept. I feel like it's the most important because, it's the process of understanding something. Like, if you don't analyze, you're only going, you know, you're not even going, you're going skin deep. And it's important to go on past that. And as I lay dying, the first time I read it through without group discussions, I saw it as just a book about a family's journey to bury the mother. And in group discussions, I really realized that there's a whole lot more depth than just going and burying a mother. It applies to my world as a whole because it's really opened my eyes, and it's actually made me go back and reread a lot of series that I've previously read and thought yeah, I understand this, yeah, I'm good. And then I went back through it and now I see it in a whole new light, and now I feel like I actually understand it because I love reading. And now I know I'm not just a passive reader. Now I know that I'm actually scrutinizing the words that are being said and how they're being put together by the author. And it's important just because now I can actually understand, what's going on. I don't think anyone disagrees really that analyzation is key to understanding something, except maybe elementary teachers, but they're elementary teachers. They don't need to go past the words. Neither do their students. Really, Sammy? I'm gonna use what I learned, honestly, to keep reading the series, or keep reading series and understanding them for more than what I think they are. And even in my college courses that I'm gonna be, at during the fall, so I can actually understand my papers and actually possibly get a good grade because I understand what's going on. And I feel like you've taught me enough that I can actually learn, or that I've actually learned enough that I can actually see what's going on in a book or in a poem or something, and be able to discuss that topic at length. And still answer the question that's being asked. Well, I'm gonna use what I learned in college after graduation, and like I said, I got 3 8-book series sitting in my room right now that I haven't even touched, and I'll be using that, or I'll be using what you taught me to be scrutinizing every single word that's in there. The advice I have for future learners in your classroom is, I guess, not to be so hard on you, because a lot of kids warn, like, lower grades, hey, Miss Stewart's mean, don't take her class, whatever. And I had honestly believed them for a while until come about January, when I hit a rough patch with my cousin passing away, and we were going through whatever that, I don't even know what to call it, an excerpt about, or a short story, where the woman committed suicide over love, or over an affair, and just the idea of suicide had really disturbed me because of my cousin, and I couldn't sit through the class and without crying my eyes out. And you let me leave and let me, understood what I was going through, and let me go through that without being like overbearing, and and I really appreciate that. And I feel like other students should look past what you present to them, as a class as a whole, because you're a completely different person when you're solo. When you're solo, you're such a kind, caring person, and I don't think a lot of people get past when you're just telling them what to do or what other people have told them, because it fills, their heads with these certain expectations, and then they fit your actions into them to meet their own standards. And I just feel like my advice would be to get past whatever preset standards that they have, because you're a great teacher and a great person, and I feel like they should get the chance to know that for themselves. Yeah, that's all I have.